I didn't ask for this meeting. You asked me, so I'm here. So what do you suggest? That I talk, or rather, talk over together. Silence. So may I begin then? May I? I had a letter yesterday, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, which was left at my door, asking the various difficulties and problems that lie in the whole question of sex. There are several pages of it, very well written, in excellent English. I thought it was written by a man, but a student. It was signed. And I thought, with your permission, that we would talk about it. Is that all right? You want to talk about that? Huh? Apart from the student who wrote it, do you all want to talk it over together quite simply? What do you say? Or have you some other thing to talk about?
Well, also, in the last student meeting that we had, in the student meeting that we had, we finished up saying that there was something that we might continue talking about later. And that was the confusion that we had about the self.
I've forgotten about it. What was it? I don't remember.
The confusion about the self.
About?
The self. Me.
Oh, the self. You want to talk about that?
I'd like to talk about what's in the letter.
What?
I'd like to talk about what's in the letter.
What is?
About the letter.
Relation.
The letter. The letter.
The letter.
The letter. You want to talk about the letter, do you? Do you all want to talk about the letter? Huh? You shrug your shoulders. What am I to do? Do you want to talk about it or not?
Yes.
Good. I'd like to ask, if I may, why we separate sex from everything else? Why we make a problem of it? Or why we indulge in it? Or we try to avoid it? Or we try to suppress it? Or we try to invite it? Why do we separate from the whole question of living, which involves so many things, which we'll talk about presently, why we make this question more important or exclusive or different from all the others? You understand my question? I hope the speaker and the writer is here. So please, let's talk it over quietly. Why we don't give equal importance to what? To be totally free of fear. Why we don't give equal importance to find out the nature of attachment and be free from it. Or why we carry with us all through life certain memories, certain insults, hurts, pain. Why don't we give all those equal importance? Why do we give importance to this one thing? Come on, sir, talk it over. Is it that this letter, which inquires into the problem of sex, involves a great amount of pleasure? And so pleasure dominates everything else. Pleasure becomes more important than fear, more important than attachment, more important than sorrow, more important than good relationship, and so on, so on, so on. Come on, sirs. Dig into it. I mean, I'm not using that American phrase, dig into it, dig, but I'm using the word dig in the sense, let us explore it. Is it that we cannot face all these problems while we are very young, and therefore we put those aside and stick to the one problem that seems to be imminent, that is very strong while we're very young, all the glandular business and all the rest of it. You see, there are several problems involved, several questions involved in it. Modern generation invites sex. You see in the cinemas, pictures, all that thing that goes on. Why is society encouraging all this? That's the environment. Do you notice that? Why? The Victorian, the Edwardian period, they did all behind doors and kept it very quiet, as they do somewhat in India. Is it a release, a reaction from reaction to the Victorian Protestant taboo about sex? Is that reaction which makes us give such importance to it? is it natural at a certain age to be so involved in it? Please don't be bored by it, by this question. Can we give sex its right place and include all the other issues of our life? Is that possible? Not make any one issue as something tremendously important. They're all important. But we have a tendency, apparently, to make this thing or another issue as the most important. Give it great exaggeration, exaggerate it beyond measure. Do we, as girls or girls especially, invite it? We dress in a particular way to be attractive. Not that I'm against being attractive. Do we do it consciously, purposely, or even unconsciously, to encourage, to be extraordinarily attractive? So we may be unconsciously or deliberately inviting attention. Are you interested in all this? Huh?
I know that my main problem regarding sex is that I try to deny it. I try to deny that I have any feelings of that sort.
I try to?
Deny it.
Deny it.
You deny it?
Deny it, suppress it, get rid of it, control
You deny it, suppress it, put it down underground and tread on it? And it comes out at the other end, like a toothpaste. Does that solve the problem? They've tried that. The various monks and the various countries have taken a vow of celibacy. And they must go through hell all their life. I know great many monks who have talked to me, they are burning inside and hold on to their vow at any cost. So my question is, after observing all this, some people denying, suppressing, go to the extreme forms of self-denial, abstinence. They do most extraordinary things, torturing themselves. And we are speaking of facts. I know several of them who have gone to such extremes. I won't go into details, but it has been a torture to them. And there are those others who indulge in it. They say that's the only thing that's important in life. It gives you the greatest pleasure, greatest sense of self-importance, a fulfillment, and so on, so on, so on. And that's encouraged by parents. I don't know if some of the analysts in America have said to me that girls of 12, 13, when they have no boyfriends, the mothers feel there's something wrong with them. You understand all this? Child marriage at one time in India was prohibited, but now apparently is encouraged. Not marriage, but sexual relationship. Then there are those others who consider sex as a means of release to higher things. I don't know if you know all about that. Probably you don't, just as well. There are a whole group of sects in India and other parts of the world where sex is regarded as a means to higher consciousness, whatever that may mean. So there are every type of sexual expression, sexual denial, and renunciation of every form of pleasure. There are those sannyasis, monks, who will not eat a separate dish, but mix it all up so that you don't taste a particular dish, because it might give you pleasure, and therefore be careful. Now, seeing all this, observing all this, as you must, if you are educated, if you are at all inquiring, if you have looked around, why do human beings behave this way? Go from one extreme of sexual permissiveness to the other, total restraint. So, when you see all this, what is your reaction to it? Each one of a reaction to this. I wish you would discuss this thing with me. Not let me talk to myself or to you.
Aren't they both forms of violence?
Huh?
Aren't they both forms of violence?
Yes, it's a subtle form of violence. You understand that? It's a subtle form of violence. I must have that pleasure under any circumstances, which is the same form as the terrorists who, for an ideal, will kill, or just for some idea of a revolution, destroy people. So that's also a subtle form of violence, all this. So let us look at it. What is your reaction? Please, you're all probably grown up, sufficiently grown up, to find out for yourself. When you observe all this, what is your reaction to it? To sex, to fear, to relationship, to hate, to sorrow, to this terrible world that's going on around us.
Well, I think it's interesting that almost no matter what it is, I either try to control it or push it away or indulge in it. almost in anything, I'm either going for it or going against it.
Why do you suppress it?
Well, I think I shouldn't be that way.
Why do you indulge in it? There are these two extremes, right? Why? I wish you would discuss with me. And why have we made this one thing such tremendous importance? Look at it, every television, cinema, you know what's going on there. The cabarets, the Folies Bergère, you know, all the rest, the whole gamut of human existence. This predominates over money, over war, right, sir? What's your reaction? Because you're going to face all this. Not immediately now, perhaps, but when you leave here and when you go to school, college, and so on, or if you don't, you're going to face all this. It's going to knock on your door to find. Or you don't care now, but you say, well, I'll wait till it happens. See our difficulty. Well, you're young, nice looking, and innocent, fresh. All your bodily organism is working to that. The nature has made us to procreate, to have children. That's operating. Our glands and everything is working as we grow. You can't suddenly say, well, no. Put your foot on it. Even if you do, it's going on inside you. It produces all kinds of neurotic attitudes. Or, if you don't do that, you go to the other extreme of indulgence, with all its complications. So while we are young, it's a great problem. You are attractive, you look nice, you look clean, and there are boys around you who know, the whole excitement, the whole society is built on this. Apart from money, business, war, and seems to be the main current. So wouldn't you try to find out, I'm just suggesting, wouldn't you try to find out why you don't give importance to everything in life and not this one particular thing? Why don't you give importance to your intellect? Intellect being to reason, to be logical, not theoretically, logical in life, reasonable. Why don't you give importance to affection, to love, to compassion? And we say, yes, sex is part of compassion, sex is part of love. Is it?
We place on sex, or here anyway, I think one of the difficulties is that when we talk about it, when you talk about it, we often dwell on the obvious problems, the conflict, which is caused by indulgence in sex. We don't speak very much about it being a natural part of a whole thing, which may not have any problems attached to it.
Obviously, nature has so built us organic to create children.
Yes, but we don't hear when we've talked about sex in the past.
No, I'm talking of sex now. I'm not talking of past, future sex. Good God.
But you are asking, why do we have these attitudes? Why do we see it as a problem?
I'm asking, sir, I'm asking why each one of us do not give equal importance to other things in life. That's all my question. Why do we separate this and, play with, not play, that becomes secondary.
I think it may be, I'm not saying I'm certain on this, but when I look around at the society in general, most people seem to have what you might call a kind of sorrow. We were mentioning the other day that in their lives there's something missing. And,
yes, sir.
And I think that they're trying, money, it doesn't seem as though, to most people, money won't fill that, or power.
No.
But there is some, to some people, there is the implication that love, there's something mysterious happening between people. Maybe this is what will fill that.
Yes, one can't be rich, one can't be beautiful, one can't be the minister of a country, one can't have bank manager, one can't be this or that or the important things. So at least I've got this. Is that your attitude? How am I to talk it over with you if you don't know, if you're all so silent?
It's hard to see how we might find out what its right place is.
No, find out why you don't give importance to the intellect, why you don't give importance to affection. Equal importance, not casual importance. Why you don't feel that it's immensely important to be free. Not to do what you like and all that kind of nonsense. To be free of any problems, of any pressure, of any conflict. Would it solve the problem of this sex if we could find out a way to deal with the other problems of life with equal intensity? You understand what I'm saying? With equal passion, with equal urgency. I think it is because we don't give importance to those things, this becomes important. What does Sartre say about it? only a joke, sorry.
Surely, Krishnaji, the importance that we give to sex is born out of reactions from the repression or the...
No, I don't think it's a reaction. It's a natural thing.
Yes, but it's built up way past that also.
Why? Why? Practically every country in different forms gives this, blows it up. Why? Is it a decline of humanity? Decline of civilization? Decline of everything?
It's part of the decline of religion, probably.
Huh?
It's probably part of the decline of religion in the
Yes,
accepted
that's
sense.
what I don't know. Quite right. I think it's decline of religion. But religion says, don't do it. They, this I don't have to go into it. So would you kindly find out for yourself if you can give equal importance to thinking clearly, logically, sanely, not emotionally, not projecting into your thought, me first and my feelings, my desires, but to think clearly. Will you give your energy to that little bit? Or give your energy, your intensity, your passion to find out what it means to love people. Now, love is translated as sex, bed. So would you do that? Find out what love is? And why, as we grow up, we suffer. We go through such agonies, uncertainty, confusion. You see, you understand what I'm saying? Why do we give attention to this one thing and not to the others? Is it our wrong kind of education? Because each one of us wants to be awfully clever, fulfill ourselves, do this and do that, become, have a career, earn a lot of money, give a great deal of attention to all that. Me first and everybody else second.
It's hard to see how there can be. All through history, it seems to have been either repression or indulgence.
Yes, sir. We know that tradition. Don't let's cover that ground.
I know, but it's hard to see how there might be some other way of meeting.
I'm sure. I'm asking you. Is there a different way of dealing with it? There's been period recently. Do what you like, right? Don't interfere with the children. Don't let them do what they like. The permissiveness has grown out of that. So we know all that. Don't let's go on describing all that.
But are you suggesting that another way of dealing with it would simply be in between repression?
No, no, not in between. If you gave equal importance to the intellect, to to beauty, to to love, to find out, to be free, all that, if you give equal importance to all that, you are living harmoniously. You don't make this one thing out of proportion. See, that is this the fault of our education? Huh? What do you say? The fault of our parents?
Krishnamurti, what is it that we're doing at Brockwood? Because I feel that for a lot of the students, they feel that, and it comes, that sex is a very bad thing, and that that shouldn't happen here. And I think that creates...
All right, let's take that up. Oh, gee, we have been through all this umpteen times. I'll tell you. I know all about it. I mean, I know some of it. Here you are, boys and girls, full of vitality, attractive, and the glands working, right? And what will you do? If you all indulge in sex, the police would come down and stop the school, right? Right? They say, sorry, in England we don't allow such things to happen in a school. You may do it somewhere else, but not in a school. So, there's that problem. And also, it is the responsibility of the older people to say, for God's sake, give it its right place. Don't give it tremendous importance. But your own body, everything around you, your civilization, your culture, your society, your parents, encourage that. Right? So what are you to do?
So actually what happens is you're told that until you find the right place to give it, suppress it.
Until you find a way of giving importance to all things, in the meantime you suppress it. Is that it? You don't suppress it, old boy. Don't tell me you suppress it. You find ways and means to get what you want. Yes, don't call it suppression.
But that's what it seems either this or the other. You indulge in it.
You see, I'm asking, what are you going to do, Shankar? It's your problem. What are you going to do? Nobody wants to face the problem. They're going away from it. What will you do? Have your girl, have your boy, and carry on? Hoping they won't discover it. But the staff and other people are responsible that you don't have babies. You say, no, we won't have babies, we'll take pills. But that also side effects. You see, you don't face it.
Krishnaji, these are the real problems. The police and having babies are not the real reasons why
they are not. I'm bringing that as one of the issues involved in this. What is the real issue then? Desire? Pleasure?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
All right.
I think the real issue is what is the right place for it.
What?
You say that there might be a right place.
No, unless you have the intelligence, you won't find the right place. So we must find out through education now whether we can have that intelligence to give things their right place.
That unless we go into this question of desire, we won't know what the right place is.
Not only desire, the pleasure involved in it, fear is involved in it, uncertainty and anxiety. So many things are involved in it.
I am involved in it.
Huh?
I am involved in it.
But that's you, but that's no, you are involved. You are part of, you are all that.
Yes, I mean, it's also, there's confusion about
so what so facing this, what will you do? That is the question in that letter. How is one to meet this problem? This issue, if you don't like to use the word problem, it is this question. And it is important while one is young. It's all right for older, I'm an old person like me, I'm not interested in it, brush it aside. But for young people, it's tremendously important. They're caught in it. Nobody seems to tell them, look, find out what to do. Either say suppress it, get rid of it, don't, etc., etc., etc. Would it solve this problem if you gave your attention to something else? They've tried this, you see. Say, play games. Don't play games all the time. Be occupied all the time. I used to know a very, very rich people in New York, who were tremendously rich. The husband was busy in his office and so on. The wife, they were oldish people, became a Catholic because she was fed up with Protestantism, that's all. You know, it's more fun. It's all more circus and more incense and beautiful regalia and all the rest of it. And she became a Catholic. So they said, be occupied from morning till night. Be occupied. They gave her what to do, hour after hour. She showed it to me. So that she completely prisoner. You follow? And she had no problem, because she was doing all day this thing.
That's just escaping it.
Huh?
It's just escaping it. It's not facing it.
Don't. Escaping. bored with the husband, bored with what the social life she was leading, bored with being a chairman of this and chairman woman or chairwoman of that and that. She said, this is something new, I'm going to try it. She was caught up in it forever, till she died. So you see, what I'm trying to point out is, they have tried everything to control this beastly little thing. Once I was walking in the hills in India, there were certain monks ahead of me, 10 feet ahead of me, or 20, I forgot, little distance. And they were repeating mantras, repeating something all the time. They never looked at the clouds, never looked at the trees, never looked at the poor people, the dirt, the squalor, because that might disturb their concentration. Or look at a woman, because that would be terrible. They have tried everything, thinking that will help you to lead a religious life. Because religion is very important in life. Not going to church and following some belief in Jesus. No, that's not religion at all. That's just romantic idealism. But to be religious implies the absence of me, total absence of me. And that's the only, the true religion brings a different kind of culture, different society, different new civilization, all that. So one must find that out. But you're not interested in that. So what should we do? How to lead a religious life and yet be married or not married. So the speaker is pointing out, can you give importance to other things too? Not how you look, what your dress is, how you show your body off, all that. Isn't that part of our education? Right? What do you say, Shankar? Isn't that part of our education? So, are you being properly educated here?
Well, for one thing, the staff is confused about all of this as well.
But I'm asking now, you were all involved in this, lady. The staff, you, everybody's involved in this. Don't put it on the staff.
So will some external body come and educate us?
Huh?
You can't expect some external body to come and educate us.
Why not? It's not external. Like me, I'm educating you now. I'm pointing out how to deal with this thing. Sanely, rationally. Not go head over heels about sex, good God. So we come back to this thing. Are you getting proper right kind of education here? not to give importance to any one thing more than the others. So that you have a very good mind that can observe, think clearly, without any pressure, without any dogma, without any belief, that can see things clearly, and therefore act clearly. To have affection, love, so that you follow, that gives you much greater vitality, energy, in an extraordinary sense than mere sex. And to observe one's reactions.
Can we go into what it means to give importance, equal importance to everything?
I'm showing to you. First, the mind, isn't it? You understand the mind, which is in which thought exists. I won't complicate it, I'll keep it very simple. The mind is part of thought, right? If thinking is not clear, your actions will be unclear, right? If thinking is not clear, the pressures from outside, society says, oh, you must get married. Oh, you don't have to get married. Oh, you must look décolleté more. Show your body off. Those are all various forms of pressure from the outside. Now, to think about that very clearly, not to be a slave to pressure, whether it's from your wife, from your parents, from your society, from your education, not to be under pressure. Which doesn't mean you do exactly what you want to do. Which is, then that becomes also a pressure. That's part of the mind, to think clearly. Which means not abstractly, you understand? Not theoretically. Am I making this clear? Not sitting on a head, on a balance and saying one day this and one day that and answer, playing that kind of game. That's not thinking at all. So can you find out the whole nature of thinking? Why you think certain things? What is the root of thinking? I can go into it with you, but so I say, if you gave importance to that, and if you give importance to affection, to generosity, to kindliness, to a sense of love, in which there is no jealousy, no me first and you second, and not to be hurt by anything or by any word or any gesture, not to be hurt at all. Can you do all this? Or must one point it out to you every day? Do you follow my question? Then I become the pressure. But if you say, well, it is important for me to find out, I spend time, energy, passion to think clearly. What does that mean? To think clearly. Not to be rooted or tied to a particular idea, particular experience, particular belief. Like a donkey tied to a post. You can't go travel far. So to find out whether you're young, or you find out whether you are tied to a particular thing, particular conclusion, particular belief, particular experience, or attached to something. Will you find that out? And to find out, you have to watch your reactions, haven't you? No? Or are you going to sleep? I have to stop at 4, haven't I? I've got 3 minutes more. Now you're all concerned about examinations. And that's taking all of your time. But behind that examination, this thing flutters all the time. So to find out whether it can live a real life without any form of control, that's real yoga. Don't you want to find out how to live a life without single control? Huh? Poor chap. Shankar is already in his dreaming something else.
No.
It's too difficult.
No, it sounded very much like you were dangling a carrot in front of my face.
What?
Don't you want to find out? It sounded very much like you were dangling a carrot in front of my nose. So.
It's up to you. If it is casting pearls before swine, change yourself to a human being. I'm not saying please. That's an insult. I must have quoting from the Bible. You follow the rest of it. You see that I'm concerned because I'm here. I'm concerned that when you leave here, you're going to be caught in this rotten world. You'll have no intelligence to deal with it. With all its crooked demands, with its, all that. So now, while you are here, for God's sake, give equal energy, passion, concern over whether you can live without conflict, without control, always acting rightly, so that there is no conflict. You might say at the end of this, do you do all this? Right? Don't you want to know? We might say, well, that's your affair. I wouldn't talk if I didn't do it. I'd be a hypocrite. At least dishonest to myself. I don't want to be that. 4 o'clock. Examinations? Is it? Or what happens now? What?
Games.
Which?
Games.
Games.
Football, basketball.
What, do you want to sit and go on with me or go out and play games? I don't, please, I don't care. Do you want to go on or play games?
Can we continue for a few minutes?
Huh?
I think I would like to play games right now.
You'd like to play games?
Yeah, we've had an hour.
No.
So look, it's tiring.
I'd like to go on.
Basically, what are you saying?
It's tiring. I'm tired.
You're tired. Then stop. Finished.
Is it too much to ask to have another talk?
We thought, Mrs. Simmons were talking about, do you want it whole staff or students only?
Can we have another student talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole staff or the students?
Why not everyone?
Huh?
Why not everyone?
It's not the same.
Oh Lord, don't give it to her. Don't let that become another problem.
It's a smaller group of people.
I have nothing to do with it. You decide. Football is waiting.